All right, what's happening, everybody? It's a great Friday. Welcome to TIMple Talk. I'm talking in the temple. I know what's happening right here. Man. Anyway, we got it together now. Maybe I was moving too much. Y'all, come on. Say what's up. Make sure, listen, remember this right quick. I just want y'all to know, I don't want you to say that you didn't hear it from me. This is not Pastor Tim. This is RTM. You'll see it come up on the screen here in a minute. But listen, happy Friday, everybody. Happy that y'all are on here with us today. We're coming on jamming today. It's a Friday. Hope everybody recovered from Wednesday. Hope y'all all right. Welcome to Talking in the Temple with RTM. That's me. This is called a signature hat. So when y'all see this signature hat, y'all holler back. When you see this signature hat, holler back. Got it? That's what's supposed to happen. Welcome to the podcast. This is a separate platform. This is the social, societal, and humanistic platform that I use to have real conversations with real folks. I'm not talking about those that perpetrate the fraud. What's happening, y'all? I see y'all over there. What's going on? I'm just looking. Listen, I'm not talking about the people who perpetrate the frauds. I'm not talking about the people who be playing games and all that type of stuff. I'm talking about the folk that just really want to get down with what's really happening in real life. So we are talking in the temple, this podcast, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Catch us 12 noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, live and in living color right here exclusively on YouTube. So you got to make sure that you go ahead, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that little bell, ring that bell, and let me tell you, we'll be dropping in on you 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, talking in the temple, RTM. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or whenever you may be watching us. Those of you watching us live, thank y'all for getting down with us today. We appreciate it. Listen, I hope you recovered. I'm going to jump right into it. Y'all know I try to keep this thing between 25 and 30 minutes because I just want to get in, get down, get up, and get out. Yes, sir. So here it is. Check this out. Many of you who are new to the podcast, let me go ahead and help y'all out right quick. I want y'all to understand that if you think you're about to get on here and act up with me, I will act right back up with you. I just want you to know this, I would say, tell your neighbor, this is not a safe zone, but I'm not going to do that because I ain't in church. No, this ain't church. We over here in the fellowship hall. Yeah, we're in the fellowship hall. So check it out. Hey, I might, you know what? I might call that. I might start saying, "Welcome to Talking in the Temple over in the fellowship hall," or "Welcome to the fellowship hall where we're talking in the temple, the fellowship hall." Yeah. Yeah. Let me know if y'all like that. Y'all like that? The fellowship hall. Y'all hit me up. Let me see. I'm checking to see. Y'all let me know. Is that cool? Just either say cool, thumbs up, say okay, or something. Something, right? We're in the fellowship hall. So nonetheless, Wednesday, listen. Well, first of all, y'all know the three things in this whole toxic waste topic that I'm talking about, dealing with toxic waste, toxic people, toxic environments, toxic family members, toxic friends, toxic frenemies, toxic foes, toxic thinking. I'm dealing with everything toxicity. There are three things I tell y'all every time that we come on talking about this toxicity. I want you to be able to recognize it. I want you to be able to release it. And I want you to be able to rise from it. That's exactly right. That's what I want you to do. I want you to see it. I want you to let it go. I want you to get on up from it. Yeah. Now, you don't watch this. Two of my most famous words for anybody that knows me and has had to hear them or not. Guess what? If you want to stay in that funky, foul, crazy, foolish mess, you keep your little isnass in it. You stay in it. If you want to keep talking about nonsense, if you want to keep repeating and going over and over and over the same stuff that ain't doing nothing but taking your energy, pissing you off, causing you frustration, discouraging you, and watch this, and causing a cloud to cloud up your sunny day. If you want to keep doing that, take your ass on and keep doing it. Go right ahead. Yes, sir. Go right ahead and do that. But I tell you what, don't bring it here. So I want you to recognize it. I want you to release it, and I want you to rise from it. All right. So toxic people. We've been talking about that last week. Let me get into my thing right quick so I can get up out of here. Got to go. Let me say this serious moment. Well, the whole thing is a serious moment. I may crack jokes in the middle, but serious moment. Um, Shout out, man, to Bishop Robert Evans, family, to Mrs. Evans, to that church family, Bethel Temple, and to that organization. Today, I got to head out, and he'll be buried. Well, they'll be having his homegoing service today. So prayers up, man, for the Evans family, especially Mrs. Evans, just a very sweet lady. Bishop Evans was a great man too. So yeah. And let me tell you something. Speaking of Bishop Evans, right quick, let me just say this. I don't know what's wrong with this video, but I just saw something act up. But let me say this. One thing about Bishop Evans, man, every time I was around him, every time I had a chance to be in his presence, the dude was always smiling. He was always upbeat, never had a negative word, had great energy, good energy. And when you see people like that in life, and you see people, and I don't know. I mean, he could have had all kinds of things going on. He could have had all kinds of issues and challenges taking place in his life. But what I do know is that when he came out, it was lights, camera, action. And what he did was each and every time I was around him, I don't know about anybody else, but each and every time I was around him, the dude brought the good energy. The bishop brought the great energy. He was upbeat. He was always encouraging. He had a huge smile, and just the energy in which he had was enough to make him so attractive, which is why there are going to be thousands of people there today celebrating his life. I'm going to be in the midst in this 1,000-degree heat, but they're all going to be there not because he died, but because he lived. Check this out. Wouldn't that be a hot mess if you were such a hot mess throughout your whole life? Just negative Nancy or negative Ned, pessimistic Paula or pessimistic Peter. I mean, wouldn't that be terrible if your life, you live this long life, and then because of the declination in your own life, because you never ridded yourself of toxicity throughout your life, whether that's stinking thinking, whether that's the hurt from your history, whether that is the recklessness from your resume or whatever. And all of a sudden you wind up just being this big pile of dung. Wouldn't that be terrible to get to a point in life to where you live this life and nobody shows up when you leave here because of the smell that was left on everybody's life because of the dung that you spread with the negativity, the pessimism, the controlling narcissism, which that's what I'm going to talk about here in a minute. Check my time. Yep. But I'm going to talk about that here in a minute. But anyway, seriously, you know, good energy, man. Y'all type that. Good energy. If you ain't bringing me good energy, don't bring me nothing. Unless is necessary news. But if you ain't bringing me good energy, if you over here or if you over there and you sitting up here pouting in your pool of pity, swim in that yourself. Don't nobody want to hear all that. Take that the hell on. Nope. Go and notice what I said, the hell on. Cause see all that stuff right there doesn't come from up. It comes from down. Yeah, man. I don't want to hear all that. And let me tell you something. Just because you are a believer, stop acting like you don't have the reality of duality when it comes to this life. Yes, absolutely, folk. And I'm a believer. Y'all know, heck, I'm a preacher. I'm a pastor. Y'all know that. But I'm going to still keep it 100. And what I mean by that is don't try to give me all of this legalistic jargon where you want me to try to separate my human experience from my spiritual reality. Because the truth of the matter is, now, if I was going to preach, and I ain't going to preach, but it was Paul that said it best in Romans chapter 7. He said, man, when I would do good, evil is present with me always in my very members. He said, when I would do good, that's when I do wrong. When I would do wrong, that's when I ought to do right. Bottom line is, the point I'm trying to make is, y'all get off that damn high horse and stop acting like you about to try to sit up here and you got so much to say. Oh my God, you got so much to say about it. I can't believe, he's using that. And I already gave y'all a lesson on filthy communications. So please come for me if you want to. I promise you, I'm gonna pulverize you. Yeah, on purpose. Yeah. Let me tell you something. When you get to a point in life where you are committed to a toxic free zone. Let me tell you something. Let me find it. I hope I can find it because I saw something yesterday. I want to show it to y'all. I hope y'all can see it. Man, can y'all see this? Y'all see that? When you choose peace, it comes with a lot of goodbyes. Holla. I said, I don't know who that his name is Carlos Dominguez or something like that. I said, I don't know who that brother is, but I know he ain't a liar. Hmm. All right, so check this out. Let me get into it. All right, so last episode we talked about the whole situation of understanding how to identify what toxicity looks like in your life. We talked about contaminated climates. Y'all remember that? I want to take y'all back to that. We talked about corrosive connections, and then we talked about ultimately concealed contamination because you 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 fail to remove yourself from these contaminated climates. You fail to disconnect from these corrosive connections to the point to where you wind up walking around suffering because now you have concealed contamination. You don't even know why your ass is pissed off. Anyway, all right. So you want to identify, you definitely want to identify what toxicity looks like in your life. But here today, I'm taking my time. Here today, all right, you identify what toxicity looks like, but you need to be able to recognize unhealthy individuals in your circle. I wish I had my graphic because I would show you a nickel and a dime. A nickel is larger than a dime, but a dime is smaller than a nickel. But the value of the dime is greater than the nickel. So sometimes you can increase the value of your life's experience by decreasing the size of your circle. I wish I had somebody with me right now. Hit me with a speak on it. You know what? I got to come up with a good mantra. I might tell y'all to start saying fellowship. Yeah, when I'm saying it right, y'all hit me with a fellowship. 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 Yeah. All right. So let's talk about this for a minute, seriously. Because I did some research. I looked at the Mayo Clinic, and I'm going to pull it up here in a minute. But before I get into it, I mean, there are so many different examples. History. You could do biblical history, world history. There's so many different examples of um, the dangers of not recognizing unhealthy individuals in your circle. I'm talking about in your circle. Those are the people you rock with. Those are the people you get down with, right? And let me tell you something else. Every now and then, and mine is always subject to change. I mean, day to day. I mean that. There's some people who purge their circles every 6 months, and no, no. Mine will change not only day to day, but mine can change instantly. I mean, quick flash and in a hurry. Yeah. I mean, I could talk about, you know, uh, man, I could talk about Samson and Delilah. Dude, I know the girl was fine. I know she was good looking. I know you had an issue with the women. I know you love the women. Thank God you love the women, because I would much rather you love the women than love the men. Because I mean, don't get me started on that. They're probably gonna try to cut me off because I'm sitting up here talking about this, but I'm gonna talk about it anyway. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna have a problem, have the right kind of problem. And I know we live in a society today where you try to say, well, what's the right kind of problem? I know you're not being homophobic. I'm not homophobic at all. I just ain't gay. And I don't understand it. And listen, I have, I got one cousin, he's so gay. And I mean, he's gay. Dude wears fingernails in the gym, pumping up, beard look better than mine, hair over, playing the tambourine in church. And guess what? I love him. And would probably whoop somebody's ass over him if they tried to mess with my family. But I ain't gay. And I don't understand it. I don't even know how I got off on that, but let me get back to what I was saying. Samson, homeboy, check it out. Boy, this girl didn't mean you no good. Everybody done heard about Samson and Delilah, right? Everybody, y'all have heard about Samson and Delilah. I'm not, well, I'll use them a little bit because I want you to have something to kind of hold on to. Because you got to recognize unhealthy people that's in your circle. Damn. The first kind of person that you got to recognize that's in your circle is that doggone persistent pessimist. Man, listen, I used to watch Gulliver's Island, and I forgot the little. I think his name was Drudge. Hold on a minute, y'all. It's my podcast, so I can take the time I want, and you can get off if you want to. Don't bother me. I'm doing my work, doing what I'm supposed to do. Let me see here. I want you to stay on though, for real. No, I'm just joking. I want you to stay on. All right, y'all know I'm having fun, right? All right, so check it out. Hold on a minute. Let me find this. Y'all hang on. What's my man? I'm about to find it, and y'all are gonna crack up. It just came to me while I was talking to y'all. Let's see. Well, there. Let's see. Y'all just hang on. Well, never mind. Yeah, Gulliver's Island. That's what it is. My man's name is Glum. I want y'all to check it out. Hopefully it'll come on. Hold on. I want y'all to check it out. I want y'all to check it out. Let's see. Y'all stay with me. Stay with me for real. My man said, I wish y'all could see it. His name is Glum. His name is Glum. Hold on. I'm gonna try to pull it up. I want y'all to see my man Glum. Because my man Glum, he says, it's hopeless. We'll never make it. We're done for. Oh my God. That persistent pessimist, get the hell out of here. I don't want all that negative energy, being a vampire in my life. You're just a Dracula drogma. God dog. Is everything wrong? You got life, you got breath, you can see, you can hear, you can eat, you know who you are. God dang, does everything have to be so pessimistic? And then most of the stuff that folk are pessimistic about ain't even a problem. And then the killer is the persistent pessimist. You know what? You listen, you're a pessimist and you want to piss me off with your pessimism. No, energy vampires. That's what I call sinners. Just come in and just, ah. I'm telling you, listen, let me help y'all one more time because you may be confused because I'm telling you right now, check it out. Y'all see the warning. Now, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm gonna tell you what they didn't tell you. I'm gonna tell you what your mama didn't tell you. I'm gonna tell you what your daddy didn't tell you. I'm gonna tell you what your friends didn't tell you. Hey, you got that thing in your nose. See, real friends say you got that thing in your nose. Yeah, man. Real friends, they gonna let you know. Say, bro, zip your pants up, man. Hey, sis, you got too much. There's too much happening. No, it doesn't look good on you. Okay. So if you ain't with that kind of conversation, you can get out the temple. Okay. So persistent pessimist. Man, just see that carotid artery. That carotid artery. Just come in. So let me, because let me see if I can do it. I had, I don't know if y'all see it. See how them Draculas come in? They all dried up. Don't worry about it, y'all. I got moisturizer, but I'm doing it for illustration purposes. Just persistent pessimists coming in. Do y'all? Is it just me? Y'all hit me with a M2. Just do M2. Don't say you ain't gotta say me too. Just say M2. Y'all have people in your life. Damn, here we go. I really don't want to talk to you because somehow, and you got to watch it because here's what happened. Here's what happened. You got to watch it. You got to watch it now. See, what'll happen is they'll draw you into these conversations, and they'll start out over here, and then they'll wind up over here, and before you know it, you done got your ass caught up in a conversation, and you sitting there like, Lord have mercy. Because see, they start out all right. Samson Delilah, she was cool. Hey, baby, what's up? Samson, what's happening? Now, you got to also watch these people and especially know how to recognize unhealthy individuals in your life because sometimes, just like with Homegirl, see, they'll be working with somebody against you. I, I ain't got time for that. Lord have mercy, I don't have time for that. Okay, let me hurry up and get to it. All right, persistent pessimist, because I want to get to this whole narcissism stuff because I'm gonna deal with that. This look this week. Let me give y'all assignment. Yeah, all right. So for the next 7 days, check and see how many people you let have a conversation with you, and the conversation is more pessimistic than optimistic. Check your energy. That's what I'm gonna tell y'all to do. Okay. Now let me pull up um, some research right quick because I found this on the Mayo Clinic because when we talk about these type of people in your circles, these are people who are dangerous. And I know it's hard to believe that because, well, my daddy can't be dangerous. My mother can't be dangerous. Or my little son can't be dangerous. Or my little daughter can't be dangerous. Or, you know, um, so and so can't be dangerous. Or brother so and so can't be dangerous. Or he can't be dangerous. No, these are dangerous people. When you talk about narcissistic and emotional abuse, listen to this right quick. Emotional abuse and narcissistic abuse are related but distinct concepts. Emotional abuse is a broader term encompassing various manipulative and controlling behaviors that cause emotional distress. Narcissistic abuse, on the other hand, is a specific type of emotional abuse perpetrated by individuals with narcissistic personality disorder that's characterized by a pattern of, watch this, manipulation, control, and exploitative behaviors aimed at maintaining power and control over their victims. Get the hell out of here. Boy, let me tell you something. Try to be a narcissist with me. Watch how quick you'll find out. Listen, man, down through the years, my mom was on here. Man, some of my former relationships, and let me tell you something. If you ain't ready for me to be transparent, hang up now. Just hang up now. But back in the day, I'm talking about decades ago. And see, let me tell you something. You can't say that you delivered from something that you can't dialogue about. So let me get down with it right now. Back in the day, man, I used to get down, run around, being a young, ignorant, promiscuous, out there, wilding out. And I used to run across these females. And one, uh, this back in the day. So some of you youngsters may not even understand, uh, y'all might not even understand the significance of, or the reference I'm making. Old girl said, well, I'll get you the Cherokee. It was going to be navy blue with peanut butter interior and a wave cannon. That's the sound system. See, back in them late 80s, early 90s, the Cherokees, y'all may remember MC Breed, Ain't No Future in Your Front. He talked about the Jeep Cherokee. But anyway, don't worry about it. It used to trip me out on how these heifers would think that I was some punk ass nigga who can just be bought. And you think that your money and your contributions are going to emasculate me, take my manhood, and control me? You done lost your mind. The point I brought that up for was that when you read the narcissistic behavior, it's characterized by manipulation, control, and exploitative behaviors aimed at maintaining power and control over the victim. In other words, there are jokers, you got to watch it and you got to check your own circle because there's some people who will continue to bask in the control that you give them based upon the control they think they have because they have some type of exploitative position in your life. Well, I wish you would say something to me. It's pimping. Yeah, it's pimping. That's what it is. All right. Emotional abuse. Check this out. I gotta go. Emotional abuse. It involves behaviors that harm a person's self worth, emotional well being, or psychological state. In other words, this can include constant criticism, belittling, threats, manipulating, gaslighting, and isolation. Let me tell you something. If you're around me and all you have is criticism from me, you can get the hell on. Either you can get the hell on, or I'm gonna get the hell on. Belittling me, yeah, I got you belittling. Threats, I don't do threats. Mm-mm. Uh, listen, I'm gonna go about 2 or 3 minutes over. Watch this. Um, what's that movie? Fatal Attraction. Fatal Attraction. Old girl came in there and boiled a bunny, sitting in that man's house. Yeah, don't try it with me. Yeah, you will. Yeah, don't try it. Yeah, I'll leave that alone. I gotta stay legal. But you gotta watch out for people who are constantly, always, damn, just always criticize. You always got something to say about something, right? Always belittling, always trying to threat, always sitting up here trying to manipulate, or just gaslighting. What you think about this? Well, I'm telling you right now, that's that gaslighting. Just gaslighting. No, get those people out of your life or reduce your interaction with them. All right, let me hurry up. Because the only way I know I can get y'all to come back is if y'all know I'm going to let you go. All right, so emotional abuse, we talked about that. Check this out, narcissistic abuse. I'm still looking at the Mayo Clinic. Narcissistic abuse is a specific type of emotional abuse stemming from the traits associated with this whole narcissistic disorder, such as grandiosity, lack of empathy, or need for admiration. You got to watch them people. People that always, first of all, if it's always about them, I don't care what the conversation could be. It can be about onions and cornbread. And somehow they're going to turn that onions and cornbread around to them because they're going to say, just like the meal that gets mixed up and just like the layers that get peeled from the onion. That's how I used to be. Man, if you don't shut up, how in the hell did this whole conversation about onions and cornbread, how did it get back to you? Yeah. And this is what narcissistic um, abuse entails. Check it out. I'm trying to help y'all today. Manipulation, gaslighting, devaluation, and the exploitation of whoever they're talking to, their vulnerabilities, in order to maintain control. Let me tell you something. If you always got something to say about the environment I live in or where I am, stay your ass away from me. Or better yet, don't be surprised when I don't ever invite you. Because let me just say these because I'm trying to help you today. I'm talking about toxic waste. I'm talking about toxic people. I'm talking about all this stuff, right? Because when we look at this, narcissistic abuse is driven by the abuser. I don't know. Listen, I'm not a counselor. I don't know how they got that way. I don't know why they got that way. But what I do know is I'm not going to be the result and the residual from whatever you're rehearsing from your own past. Get over that. Hell, we all had to get delivered. We all got to be delivered. We all getting delivered. So guess what? Get in line, get on your knees, pray to God, ask Him, give it to Him. I done told you, and keep it moving. Because emotional abuse is usually motivated by factors of whether it's anger, control issues, or always need to dominate. No, that's the intent. And when we look at what you need to do, because I got to go. I am out of time. I told you I'm letting y'all out of here. Persistent pessimist by power hungry personalities. Folk who are always power. I mean, dang, controllers and manipulators. If they're not controlling it, they don't want to contribute to it, and they certainly aren't going to support it. If they're not in control, nah. Just power everything. And here's what's sad. What's really sad is for those individuals who have lived as power hungry personalities. What's really sad is when they get to a point to where they don't even realize they don't have the power that they used to live with, they try to watch this. They try to increase the volume of their roar, uh-huh, to try to frighten or scare others who are more powerful than them into submission. Let me see if I can help you out. Do you know that the lionesses hunt the 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 male lion with the big mane? What his job is to sit over there and have such a loud roar that he frightens the prey into the open so the lionesses can come and devour the prey. Let me see if I can help you. I know of people right now. You still run around here trying to roar like you got all that power. And we looking. Now guess what? Yeah, you might need to have this reality check. You ain't what you were. And guess what? You ought to be all right with it. But see, you can't be all right with it if you're used to having power and you have a power hungry personality. And now you run around here still trying to be powerful, but you needing everything and everybody. Come here, homeboy. I know 4 or 5 people like that. Because when you could do, you didn't rely on nobody. Yeah, power hungry personalities, controllers and manipulators. That's why we have to try to control narratives and manipulate narratives because you're still trying to roar like you are that person or that personality. And the point that I'm trying to make is it's cool to progress through life and not be that person. What's not cool is when your ass is still trying to be that person and everything and everybody around you know that you ain't. Last thing, man. God dog, I'm 2 or 3 minutes over. Check it out. Pretentious partners. Dangerous. Pretentious partners. That's people. Gina McKinney. She's got a devotion called "Removing the Mask." Check it out on CFC TV Network. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. CFC TV Network. She comes on Monday through Friday, uh, 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Little programming though. Pretentious partners. You definitely don't want these folk in your circle. Mm-mm. That's people who wear masks. And that's kind of why I brought up Delilah. I didn't want to get into it, but Delilah was wearing a mask. She was faking the funk. She was perpetrating the fraud. Because if she really rocked with Samson, she wouldn't have ever put him in that position. So you got to watch out for these pretentious partners. And there are some people that get close to you just to keep you from going past them. There are some people that get close to you just to make you feel like um, feel valueless or try to devalue you because they see the value that you have and they don't have that value. You got to watch these pretentious partners. These are people who, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think y'all get it. They playing. I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't try to play me. I don't play the radio. And if I bust your ass out, and if I tell you the truth about what you're doing, or if I tell you the truth about what your angle is with me, don't come at me like I don't know what I'm talking about. Man, I'm almost 60 years old. You done lost your mind. You crazy. I done been around this life long enough and have taken copious notes, seen all kinds, seen them come and go, hmm near and far. So let me tell you this. Here are a couple of things I want you to do this week, and I'm gonna let you go. Watch this. You really need to write down, or I don't know, just take note of how you feel after spending time with these kind of people I just talked about. I'm talking about the persistent pessimist. I'm talking about that person that power hungry personality, or those that you've identified as pretentious partners. I can't have you in the fellowship hall talking in the temple, and I'm gonna give you some good stuff to take with you. You need to take a look at that. Take a look at that, and then identify. Check it out. Ask yourself: Am I um, enabling toxic behavior? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell my mom. I'm gonna tell my mama's business right quick, cause she funny as heck. And let me tell you something. Listen, a lot of the way I am, it's cause of that lady, man. But she has a family member that she would call and tell me I had to hang up on so and so. I didn't tell all your business, mama, but I just thought I'd throw that in there because I think sometimes y'all type that, hang up, hang up, yeah. Because you need to see if you're enabling toxic behavior. Because see, there's some people who act a fool in your life and keep on acting a fool in life because you keep on letting them act a fool in your life. But when you cut that out, uh-huh, and you need to limit exposure. Yeah, limit exposure to these kind of people. So check it out. I'm gonna tell you right now, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. You need to start protecting your peace like you protect your paycheck. I'm out.